Today in church, we had a choir practice for a church event that's gonna be in like what 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks, 2 weeks. And well, we've had this practice as well. Like we started practice like 2 weeks ago. I missed out last week because of my cousin's wedding. But yeah, when we started the practice, like I think I tried singing for the first 2-3 minutes and then I just signed up, bro. I don't know what I was doing, but I was just literally waiting for the time to go. I think we were there for like 4-6 hours maybe, practice, and I was just waiting for it to end basically. Like, I did not want to be there. And especially because some of my friends weren't there, so I just felt no motivation to do it. And it was the same today, although my friends were here this time, but still, I did not care. I was just reading manga on my phone and just going through like my messages and stuff and messaging people. Honestly, I wasn't interested, bro. And before I used to be, like, it's not like I'm like a professional singer or anything, because people like to just violate my thing. They're like, oh, I can't hear you when you're singing too quietly. Because I'm a soft-spoken guy, I guess. Maybe I just don't know how to sing properly. But that's how it's been for like the whole time I've been in choir. I think I've been in choir since I was 13. I don't know. Younger than that actually, but like very, very young. But like joining the adult choir, I think I was 13. And I would try all this singing stuff, like it would get to my head, but I think there's a change. Like I know there's a change in me now. Whatever I'm going through right now, there's a change. And I just don't want to do things like I want to do things. I want to do what I want to do. And I don't want to be affected by others' opinions. I don't want to be driven by others' opinions or people's outlook on me. I want to do it because I want to do it. And if we're arguing that I'm doing it for God, then I want to do it for God, for myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can try and guilt trip me as much as you want to say, oh, like, you know, God wants you to do this, but how do you know what God wants me to do? I could be, God's purpose for me could be something else other than singing, honestly. Like, I have no interest in it at all, and I feel bad. I actually feel bad for not having an interest in singing. My phone ran out of storage, innit? Yeah, I feel bad for like losing interest, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. And everyone noticed this time because this time I was blatantly just not even paying attention. I was on my phone. Although I guess it was rude, I could have excused myself, but I just wanted to stay there because my mom was there. I wanted to support my mom, like whatever. I don't know. I just don't think I don't want to do it, bro. Like, I know there's discipline. However, I genuinely see it as a waste of time, and I genuinely see it as no benefit. I mean, I know there's benefits like blessings from God, but if there's no desire to do it, I don't know. Although, I don't know, like, I feel like I'll just be trapped if I keep telling myself that, oh, it's what God wants. I think I should allow myself to stray and just see what happens. I'm not sure, man. And like I know that's like that type of image that wow, he's like a church boy, he's singing in the church, he's participating in this and that. I know that's important to everyone else. And others may feel that because my friends are doing it, this is what the adults argue anyway, that my friends are doing it, and I'm gonna feel bad because they're doing it, I'm not doing it. I'm not a fear of missing out type of person. I might have been at some point in my life, but that's like now I see, now I see others and think whatever decision you make, that's you. That's your things to deal with. That's your decision to deal with, and whatever I choose to do is my decision to deal with. What any of us have done has nothing to do with each other. Like, if we happen to be doing the same thing, fair enough. Like, nice. If we don't end up doing the same thing, then still, like, nice one, bro. Like, it has nothing to do. Like, it doesn't change. The only thing it changes is is how far it's taken you in the future, if you know what I'm saying. Like, if it's not the necessary steps you need to take to get to where you want to be, then you're just wasting time. And if it is the necessary steps for someone else, then they're not wasting time. So you just have to make the decision based on that. Like, I also believe I feel bad because it's something I'm not used to. The change is something I'm not used to, and it's hard for me to wrap my head around because I've kind of over the years, at some point I didn't like the singing, but I still did it because, you know, I was a kid, my parents were forcing me. But then, like, in my head, I kind of understood why they were doing it. Then, because I understood why they were doing it, then I was kind of like happily doing it. But I think now that I've gone out into the world and I'm experiencing independence slowly, I'm learning that I don't want to do this. Like, I just don't want to do this. And I'm learning to make decisions based on my own gut feelings and intuition. It's very, very, like, I'll gladly play the violin because that's an instrument I play in the orchestra as well, the violin. I'll gladly play that. But singing, even, like, people still try to, like, say, oh, you know, you don't sing, you need to open your mouth when you're singing. Some guys try to violate. Bro, I just told him, like, shut up, bro. Like, I'm not a professional singer and I don't want to be. Like, why are you shaming me for a skill that I can't fully grasp because I don't want to do, like, it's not in my interest, so why should I be hurt, bro? Like, you're stuck with a physique. If I had the choice, if I was a cynical person, I'd be more harsh than that. I'd just be like, why are you stuck with a physique like that? Why are you so skinny? Why are you so fat? Like, if I was like, you know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. At the end of the day, I don't go around doing that because if they want to stay the way they look, that's their choice. If they're going to the gym and doing what they need to do to get in shape, and that's what they want to do, bro, like, it has nothing to do with me. I'll just recommend what works for me and, like, what's been working for me and what I feel is right. And if you go to another person at gyms for help, like, if you genuinely ask them for help, they'll tell you about your physique. I'm not gonna just come up to you and be rude unless they are a rude person. But stuff like that, it doesn't get on my nerves, but I like to shut it down immediately because it's like trying to bully me into a certain passion I don't want to do, just because they're told that they're good at it. And I say told that they're good at it because some of them, they're not good at singing. I'm joking. But I only still go to practice. Like, I would refuse to tag along for practice, choir practice, and orchestra practice. But I just want to support my parents because they still like, they're very, like, my dad is a choir leader, and I think so anyway. No, I'm not. But, you know, they're both big in the choir scene, so, choir and orchestra scene, so. And I don't like my mom traveling by herself. So make sure she's safe. I think change, especially if you're not used to the change, it will feel wrong initially. Like, it'll feel like, oh, this is bad, or this is horrible. But when you just submit to your intuition, submit to your true feelings and what you feel God is guiding you to do, then you'll see that you'll be happy. You'll be happier off. You'll be better off anyway. So happier off is crazy. Yeah. I've been doing this for years, going to practice, doing all these concerts. And I actually do like it in terms of because I get to travel a lot. But I don't know, I just don't want to be forced into a hobby that I don't want to do. I'll just be miserable. It's like being forced to work a 9 to 5 job that you don't like. like if you don't like teaching, and teachers are the only option you have, and you're working as a teacher, you're gonna be miserable, bro. You're gonna be around kids, which is something you probably wouldn't want if you don't want to be a teacher. You'll be probably having to learn and then teach. Like, I don't know why people don't like to be teachers, but I'll just know I'll be miserable, and I won't be where I want to be at in certain aspects of my life. And I feel like some people think they know what God wants, but they're not God. And everyone has a different type of relationship with God. Like, some people feel like, oh, if I don't sing, if I don't want to do this, if I choose not to participate in the choir or orchestra, then God will punish me. If that's what's been happening to you and that's what you feel, then fair enough, go ahead. You know. But me personally, I rather do it out of the goodness of my heart, or like God just leading me to want to do it. I don't force myself to be in the spotlight or anything, or force myself to gain an opportunity, because to me, that's like you're trying to shove yourself in God's face. Like, look at me, I'm better than these guys that they don't have enough drive and passion to do. Like, but that's me personally. And that's how I see it. That's how I view the world. Someone else might not even think that way in the slightest. They might just be doing it as if they're coasting. You know what I mean? And then one other thing is the church policies. It's not a bad thing. Every church has their own policy and rules to follow by. Well, the kids my age anyway, people my age, sorry, and then the kids, and then the teenagers and stuff, they bend, they basically look like uncles now, bro. Like, they're shaving their heads, because that's part of our church policy anyway. Shaving their heads, trying to act in a certain way. In church. They're doing this for the church. Then when they're outside, they're doing rubbish because they're focused on this, singing. That is not going to better your relationship with God if there's nothing done outside of the church. If you're not praying, reading the Bible, constantly talking to God, constantly feeding yourself with good knowledge, constantly giving in to temptation, not even trying to resist even a slight tiny bit to show that you love God. There's no point, bro. Like, you might as well just stop going to church, bro. That's my whole thing. Like, don't bring what you've done outside to the church, but more learn to respect yourself like you respect church and God. Well, if you don't respect yourself, then do you really respect God? Just pray that I have the courage to pursue what I want to pursue with confidence, that God is backing me, no matter what anyone does or says to make me feel. Yeah, that's all I have to say, guys.